Nelly Back's piccallili was much admired and much eaten and very tasty. Well, it was a little village and it was quite close-knit and everybody knew everybody else and we all helped one another. It was really nice in those days. And she lived just across the street, about 10 steps away from us, because the street was narrow. The best time of the year was when Nelly Back was making her pickle.
Piccallili, Mum.
Piccallili, oh dear. Sorry about that. Her piccallili, her yellow piccallili. And everybody loved it. And we used to sell it in the church, and it would go immediately. There'd almost be a rush for it. Oh yes, because my mother always lost the recipe. And so I had to go running around knocking on Nelly Back's door to get the recipe back again. And she'd say to me, "Tell your mother to put it in a good place." And mother would put it in a good place but lose it in a good place. So I had to do it every year.
And it's a really good recipe, this. It's been used for nearly, I would think, a century, would you say? It's been on the go for a century, this Nelly Back recipe.
Well, I don't know whether the people are still making it, do they?
We're making it.
Well, yes, that's true. I wonder who else is, yes. Oh yes, they've been making it if there hasn't been a break.
Start chopping your veg. You'll need a pound of each.
Right. Chop your cucumber into a medium dice and do the same with the courgette or the marrow. The onions that we've used are a little bit big, so if you can get small onions, that's great. We've chopped ours in half, and they may separate when they cook, which is fine because it's nice to have a little bit of piccallili with smaller chunks in. And the green beans we're doing about half a centimetre sliced on a diagonal. So with the cauliflower you'll get some with tiny little heads. That's a really good size. And if you've got a bit more of a chunky one like this, you want to slice that in two.
We're going to sprinkle this with salt and leave it overnight. We're using sea salt as other types of salt has additives in and might cause discoloration.
Just giving this a little rinse to get all the salt off. So here's the vegetables just drying after they've been rinsed, ready to go on to boil. I'm just checking out the size of the pieces now that the salt has taken the water out of the vegetables. You might want a chunky piccallili. If you don't, if this is your chance to cut down some of the larger pieces.
Add 3 pints of malt vinegar, a pound of soft light brown sugar and 9 dried chillies to a large pan and bring to the boil. Measure out the ingredients of your yellow paste.
So the veg have been boiling in the vinegar for 5 minutes. You're looking for them to be al dente. I've mixed the vinegar, the hot vinegar, with the turmeric and mustard and flour to make a paste, and I'm going to start adding that in now. I'm going to do it quite slowly so that it doesn't curdle.
I'm just sterilising these jars in the oven. They've had a good wash and now they're going to heat up to about 120 degrees.
Here it is, all lovely and yellow and ready to be put into jars. If you want, you can add a little bit more flour paste. It just depends on how thick you like your sauce. And here it is, the most gorgeous tangy piccallili you will ever have. A recipe used for over a century. Delicious, tangy goodness. My kitchen is completely trashed, but it's worth it for these beauties. Thank you, Nelly Back.